Are you ready for me? All right. All right. So you're the expert, huh?
I try. It's gonna be a first dose.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you too.
Good morning.
I am. I'm a YouTuber,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm right now. I'm encouraging and motivating everyone to go today and get your shot. Right? Get the shot.
I think it's a
Yeah,
good idea.
it's a good idea.
It keeps everybody safe,
It
right?
keeps everyone safe. Yes.
I'm
Right.
glad you're getting this.
If you've got small children, you know that this Delta variant is a little more. It's a little more right for the kids, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, here you guys are piling in now. If you've got children, that this, you know, you can't give the vaccine to children under 3. So hey, Heather, the way that you protect your children is by protecting yourself, right? It's not a politic. This isn't politics. It's not political, right? Hey, April, what you got to do is sometimes you got to forget about science and statistics because those could be skewed or flawed or whatever. Hey, Carly, you have to protect these children out here, right? If you don't have children, you're protecting the neighbor's children, or you're protecting, you know, your niece and nephew. Hey, Heather, she got it last week. See, yeah, you got to protect. Got to, guys. So this is this is for all of y'all that haven't had the shot yet. I tried to hold out too, man. Hey, welcome everybody. Yeah. Hey, y'all hit the thumbs up. I don't ask y'all for no money, man. Come on. And we're gonna get back to business on Summer's case when I get done with this. We had a hang up last. Hey, Lizzie. I know. I know. We but you got to do it, right? I mean, you got to step out on faith, right?
Amen. What's your date of birth?
3/15/79. You want to see me get poked, huh, Heather? Yeah, guys, I'm sorry.
I'll take your temperature.
All right. Man, it's this many people in here and that many likes. You better hit the like button. Everyone needs a vaccine, right? Did you guys hear? There's actually now people. No, hey Trinity, hey Thicky Nicky. There you go. Hey Francine. Yes, everyone tells me that. Thank you, Lee. Hello, Thicky Nicky. I just love your name. That's awesome. Hey, Country Owl. Yeah. Yep. Got to do it, guys. You can't play around with this stuff, right? Even yeah. Well, you know what, Trinity, I believe that, but I also believe, you know how people never were sick until they find out that they've been diagnosed with cancer. Now all of a sudden they start. It's a mind thing, right? Your mind plays into it, right? Me too, Carly. I'm glad you made it. Red, if you're a chemist and you know you're too late, you could have stopped me already.
Just give me a second, okay? Our phones aren't even charging.
I've been chipped. And you know what? Hey, come to Dallas, Texas. I'm not gonna show her face. This beautiful young, this beautiful young lady that just gave me administered the shot. I didn't feel a thing. Right? I didn't feel a thing. I spoke to a doctor that won't even do it. Yeah, Trinity. I have a nephew who does not vaccinate his children. And the life he has to live in order to feel like he's not going to be invaded by the feds is not worth not vaccinating your children. Is part I can't hide now. That's it. Well, you guys know I wasn't hiding before, anyways. I was out here. I need to sign something else.
No, I'll give you a card.
Oh, like I was saying. So they're now starting to counterfeit these cards, right? And I think that it ought to be 20 years in prison if you get caught with a counterfeit vaccination card. These vaccination cards, it's your rite of passage.
Thank you for your next dose.
Okay, thank you, beautiful. You gonna give me the next dose?
I hope so.
Me too. Yeah, I can't vote, but I've been vaccinated. Hey, Ghost. Hey, Intel. SNWEP. Does work. It does work. And I think that faith in Jesus play into that as well. Melly Mel. Yeah, I know. I'm a sellout. I will never bash a victim, but I will take the shot. I'm not scared, right? What do they say? One life to live. Yeah, that's what it is. It is a rite of passage, Prairie. And I mean that literally because it's going to start being where if you do not have this card, you do not pass go and you do not collect $200. Thank you for that, Elizabeth. Thank you. Because getting vaccinated, guys, is a multi-layered deal, right? Getting vaccinated isn't Yeah, no, I'm all good to go. I'm all good to go. I've been told to go. Go. You're right, Trinity. And hey, Trinity, I'm not bashing your... Hold on one second, guys. Oh. Thank you, Lovey. I'm going straight home. No, I know. She didn't tell me I couldn't. So she never... You heard her, guys. She not one time said you need to stay here. I got a phone. If I got a problem, I'll call the ambulance. Ambulance. So the duplicity of getting this vaccination, guys, is not just to protect you. That's 50% of it. The other 50% is so that you're protecting someone else, right? You put your blinker on to protect you, but it's also to protect someone that you don't even know. So you put your blinker on to save lives, right? You'll go get this shot to save lives too, right? So if it doesn't work, what's the worst it can do? The worst it can do is kill me. Hold on one second, guys. Thank you, SNWEP. How do I pronounce that? SNWEP? I don't want to get that wrong. Yeah, I don't know much about the booster, but I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out today. Thank you, Elizabeth. That's what this is about, guys. So much, half of it. That's a great deal. Half of the reason why you get the vaccine is to protect other people that you don't even know. That's part of the obligation of being a great human being, is doing things for yourself that will positively affect someone else, right? That's just what it is, guys. I fought my wife and I, we fought a whole year now through all of this stuff without no shot. And then when you know, I've been oblivious. I've been living in Summer Wells and Don's and Candace's reality for the last month now or better. And I didn't actually know what was going on with the variant numbers. I had no idea how many people were infected with this new strain and how rapidly it was spreading until about 4 days ago. And then I mentioned to my beautiful wife, you know, I didn't put my foot down as a man, but as the man and protector of my family, I said, I think it's time we get the shots. And let me tell you what my beautiful wife did. My beautiful wife raced me, and I lost. I said, we need to get the shot. Boy, next day she had the shot. That's why I love that woman. You know, I love that woman. So, yes, guys, get the shot. Look at that. Look at that. Lady CG. Her sister-in-law had cancer but didn't know. She got her vax, and the vax ramped her immune system, so it killed half the tumor. She ended up dying anyway, though. But listen to that, guys. It's a testament to science, right? Like, come on. Francine, thank you for your membership, sweetie. Guys, I'm going to put out some members-only content tonight or tomorrow because it's just been, you know, the issue. Oh, let me turn that air off. The issue with my issue, guys, and I want to address this now. I have a cannabis cures cancer. I have a growing number of members now. I've had a large number of members, and now it's getting much larger. I see new faces and names every day, and that is a beautiful thing. I do want to let you guys know I feel guilty that I haven't put out any members only content. My wife, she reminds me pretty regular, hey, you need to put out something for your members, and the issue with that is that I feel like if you're a member to this channel, you're a teammate, and so that's like saying what's understood doesn't need to be explained, right? So I feel like at this point in this case, logistically right now where we are, what I'm trying to navigate, I feel like we all want that heard by everybody, not just the members. Like, if we have the cheat code and we know what's right, like, you guys go listen. Lizzie, she sent me the video, the latest video for Police Off the Cuff. Go watch that, right? Because what you're gonna hear is them saying the same shit I'm saying. Same shit. Let me tell you what else, guys. As soon as we started talking about a petition and we started talking about legislation, boy, some shit is changing online. And we're serious. We are serious. We have several pokers in the fire. We got irons in the fire right now. I've reached out to someone that writes petitions, and we're in the think tank about that now. I mean, a woman that's so articulate that she could, you know, talk the draws off a nun. When we pop out with this petition, what I need you guys to do is I need you to pass it around like it's venereal. I don't know any other way to put an adjective or make that metaphoric. I want you to pass it around like it's venereal. I want to see 20,000. I want to see 20,000, 10,000, 20,000 signatures in the first. Well, we want 1,000 a day. That's what we're looking for. We want to get 1,000 a day, and when we reach our mark, we're gonna go try to get this stuff on a ballot. Now, The difficult part, and I don't know the logistics of the legislation in Tennessee, and I'm going to find out today. I don't know if Tennessee will take a petition and put something on a ballot. If Tennessee won't, if somebody in here knows, go ahead and let me know. I'm still going to research it anyways. But if Tennessee won't allow things to come off a petition and go on a ballot to be voted into law, then what we have to do is we have to find the state that will. Now, essentially what you're doing is you are getting a bill put on a ballot. You're promoting to get the bill passed. Once the bill's passed, and it's not that cut and dry, but when a bill passes, then it starts working in its state of origin. And then kind of what happens is other states see that it works and they adopt it as practice as well. So there you go, lovely. So we may have an issue. I don't know what an independent state means in reference to, thank you, Autumn. I don't know what being an independent state means in regards to taking things from petition to ballot. But, you know, we got to make this happen, guys. You know, when you think you know, people are like, you'll never be able to get people to stop talking. Well, guess what? We have the Son of Sam law, right? That was a law passed in the late 90s where convicted killers cannot profit from anything. Any works, if they do art, if they write letters, if they sign, you know, if they do interview, they cannot profit, right? And I think in the inception of thinking of the Son of Sam law, I think in that inception, people were like, well, there's just no way you can make serial killers there's no way you can keep them from, you know, accruing something financially. We did it. They said, you know what? We got the Brady law. There's no way you can make someone wait 48 to 96 hours to get a firearm. Fuck, this is America. We did it. They said there's no way you can take away high capacity magazines from assault rifles. We did it. We did all of those things that we wanted to do bad enough. Guess what? We did it. There you go, Lizzie. I wish. She said, I was in the Web Sleuth Live last night. They were deleting everybody's stuff except for mine. So I'm wondering if we might have an undercover support in that. Fucking right we do. You want to know why? Because anyone that thinks like us and Web Sleuth and you know, voices and yada, 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 so on and so forth, guess what? Those people are fucking American. They know about due process. There you go, 77, I'm sorry. It was in the 90s when it was talked about with the West Memphis 3 case. It played a part in some of that because that was really the first crowdsourced defense that was paid for by the crowd. So thank you for that. And I'm guessing, yeah, Son of Sam was in the 70s, but it really played, you know, back in the Son of Sam times. We didn't even call them serial killers then. We called them mass murderers. They hadn't even come up with that terminology, right? And in fact, the Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, was actually the one that kind of befuddled science, because up until that point, even in the city of Los Angeles, they had not ever identified an active serial killer. So Richard Ramirez was the first of that kind in Los Angeles. So yes, my introduction, and I apologize for that, guys. I want to retract that statement. It was not enacted in the 90s, but that's when I saw its effect in the crime, the true crime community. And that was with Damien Eccles, Jason Baldwin, and Jesse Miss Kelly Jr. I know my shit. Yeah, so you know, they tried to stop and block celebrities from helping, with lawyer fees and educational fees, so on and so forth. So, guys, this started out a vaccination, and we are ending in West Memphis, Arkansas. But I apologize for last night not making the live. We're gonna get one cranked up today. I just had some other stuff going on, and it ended up pushing the schedule. It became way more important than doing the live last night. So the live was number 2 in importance. So we'll get that done today. But what I really want everyone to do today is pray for the wells, okay? Thank you, Shauna. Sorry I didn't see you. Eat vegetables and don't take wooden nickels. That's the tip for today. Don't take wooden nickels. Yes, we need someone to be the voice for these poor children, because guess what? If these guys that were ex-law enforcement were putting out information that was actually helpful, it still would be a problem with the money, right? Guys, look here, Melly Mel, I'm gonna put her out the box. I'm gonna expose Melly Mel. Melly Mel is the only one that sends me money, and she's had my Cash App since back in the Gap. And you know what? That wonderful woman, she pays it forward. She pays it forward. So other than that, I don't see no money from YouTube, right? And so that does not dictate my conduct online, because I am not chasing a dollar bill. Thank you. There she is, right there. You see her? Melly Mel. Love you, gal. Yes, we would appreciate any help in keeping the negativity off this situations. We gotta, these people are limited capacity people, or they're hateful. They come on here and they have masks on, or they have profile pictures and we never see their face. We can't take these people seriously. If you can't be a face and a voice in the community, we need to mute you. Thank you, Melly. I know you do. You show me you do. And I love you right back. Hey, mystical butterfly. Autumn J too. Autumn J, she sent nice amounts of money for Monica. Autumn J has been a contributor. And you know what, Autumn J, she's sneaky too. Spivey, she's sneaky. I tell Spivey stuff like, hey, you don't have to send any money, and she sends more money. Right? Thank you, Simply Wicked. Hi, Xena. Smudge is back. Dog's Life. That, you know what? You're right on topic. That's what we're talking about, right? I mean, in a nutshell, the energy of what we're talking about is about police off the cuff. In fact, I've mentioned them. But I will say I was a little bit disappointed. And I am going to critique like he motherfucker. Y'all know that. Because when it comes to justice there, I don't play. He made in the very first 5 minutes, and I'm not bashing him, but what I'm saying is that this is unacceptable. In the very first 5 minutes, we had a lot in common, because he said he made a very comedic slip up and called Psychic Psychos. And that was very designed. But then what he said is he cleaned that up by saying, psychics, if you know where Summer Wells is, contact us and we'll turn that over to the TBI. Let me tell you, anybody that was watching that thought that if they had a tip, they'd take it to police on the cuff first. No! Do not send anything to police off the cuff. Send it to TBI. Okay? You guys, let's not forget, okay? All of this talk about how much money people are making on the fucking YouTube and this and that. Let's remember, There's a portion of people involved in this thing that want us to just focus on the YouTube and the $9,000 per month. There's $325,000 available to the person that brings the tip, that recovers summer. You do not take, and that's not the chain of command in the way, you do not take tips to retired cops from New York so that they can relay tips. They're not working with TBI either. And I'm not bashing them, I'm just saying, do not send tips to anybody on YouTube. Do not even take tips to the TBI and then tell YouTube you sent tips to TBI. You send them to TBI and you shut the fuck up directly after that. That's the way it has worked since the inception of justice. This shit is all 15 or 16 years old. Do not send false tips. Believe me, if I was the false tip police, anybody that sent a false tip, I'd knock on your door and punch your left front tooth out. But we can't do that, can we? So, you do not fucking send tips to anybody, right? This is the thing about when you retire as a cop. Do you know what happens? You walk in a room, there's a box, and you sign your discharge paperwork. If you had a issued firearm to you from the department, you turn over your firearm and you turn over your brass. They do not say, yeah, you can just keep that and, just work on the side. You see somebody that didn't use their blinker, you got the old bad, you can fuck them up. These people are not police officers. They are not police officers. Even if they're private detectives, they can go work on, extramarital affair case or whatever. You do not send tips to nobody online. Period. If you send tips to Police on the Cuff or Duty Ron or to Chris M or any of these guys, thank you for that, Cher. If you send tips to any of these fucking guys, you're the biggest part of the problem because these guys don't have no tips to call in. They need yours. Okay? Thank you, Autumn J. No, and from now on, people, everyone that's watching or that will ever see this, if you ever plan on having a child go missing, or you're just watching and later on down the road, you know someone who has a child go missing, or you have a child go missing, or the neighbor has a child go missing. Thank you, Francine. Tell them, watch this video, stay away from YouTube. Don't go on Facebook looking for friends. Don't accept any money. None of this, right? If you accept money through ministry, right? Or through the people that can contact you directly. Never leave a money trail online. See, people now can go into Venmo because Venmo has made an aspect. Thank you, Carly P. Amen. Amen. Venmo has made a social media portion that's now public. Yes. Hold on. Yes, share. Absolutely. You got some iron too. Lizzie, where you at? You need some iron. Ghost Ninja, you got some iron. EquiSearch, they've been there. They sent the Midwest Division, and they sent 15 people that looked like they couldn't, walk the stairs at the mall. What EquiSearch does is they crowdsource money. It's like robbing, and they do good work, but I'm telling you the politics. It's robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? So when they come search in Tennessee, they're using money that they accrued from the case before, right? They can't move the resources without having the money. So where does the money come? The money comes from the case before. It's like it works the same way as a paycheck, right? So the money that they accrued on the Summer Wells case, it works for the next case, not this case. Thank you, Pansy. Prairie Boy, good to see you, brother. Yes, Cher, we shall have a round table because where's Prairie Boy? Where'd you go? Prairie Boy, let me give you a sword, partner. You got a spanner. The petition. What the fuck are you talking about? Thank you, Ghost Ninja. You can go ahead and put them out, but you can still listen. What the fuck are you talking about? Well, what the fuck we're talking about? Thank you, Sylvia. What the fuck we're talking about, what the fuck you're talking about, is we want to have a bill passed in legislation that will stop the solicitation and exploitation of crimes committed against children. Fuck you mean. That's what we're doing. Man, can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Lean on me, you've been signed up. As soon as you started thinking about signing up, you was just automatically signed up. Fuck they mean. Simply Wicked, thank you, honey. Shanti. Man, give your iron back, man. Somebody took your iron away. I had a rogue mod that was going down through there doing some old bullshit. I don't even know who it was. Carly P. There's you some iron. Pansy. There goes you some iron. Okay, so what we're doing is, I'm sure in my emails I have confirmation from Miss Rachel. Thank you, Mystical Butterfly. Benny's Angels in the house. Yeah, girls. No, what the fuck are you talking about? It's just an inappropriate handle to be walking around in comment sections in cases involving children. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's always going to be a cold reception, right? With a name like that, man. This is not about. Look at the rest of these names in here, man, or ma'am. And then you decide that you want to be cute and come around with the what the fuck are you talking about, so people will automatically look at you. Yeah, good luck to all of us. Beat it. Yeah, Gray Hughes. Look at how they handled all the other tips. Ha! Yeah. Hey, guys. Gray Hughes. Fuck you mean. Man, I don't even like the color gray. So you can go. Gray just can't make up its mind if it wants to be black or white. I don't know if you was really tripping, bro, but we just ain't got time for it, bro. There ain't no time for me to try to decipher sarcasm around here, man. I'm sorry. Okay, what the fuck? Hey, well then you know what you can do for all of us, sir or madam, is just change the name, right? Change the name, because it doesn't look credible when we're trying to do what we're doing over here and we got somebody in the comments saying, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that just sounds stupid. For real, man. I know it's not the real Gray. Dog's life. Yes. Immediate gag order for all. You look at the Delphi case, right? Delphi, Indiana, with Abby and Libby. They did not vomit. You don't even know how those girls were killed. You just know that they were. You don't know if they were SA'd. You know nothing about the situation involving, I don't know why I keep saying involving that scene or any of the details, right? That was a very immediate initial gag order because those people could see, they could see the future. They had foresight. They knew that the way the internet was going to do it, there was no way that they could, that they could keep any sort of integrity to that case. You've even had, I think it's Libby's sister. She's created a podcast called Downhill. And in that, she made a statement a couple of months ago saying that please stop. She begged people to put next to it in collages because what was happening is actual factual witch hunts on these men that people would just pull off of the YouTube or off of the Facebook and say, that looks like him. Actually, that young lady who was the sister to a girl that was killed viciously, she asked you to stop doing that so people wouldn't be victimized. Innocent people. She didn't want innocent men being victimized, and she certainly, thank you, Lady CG, certainly did not want the actual suspect to be put in an identikit next to his real face and be alerted so he can run off, right? Guys, what do you think the abductor to Summer Wells does for fun besides abduct children? He watches YouTube to stay ahead of the curve. The curve. Lady CG, thank you for becoming an elite member. There are not few, or there are just a few. April, absolutely. Hey, Mikey. Yep, got my chip today. Let's say it one more time for the people in the back. This is not about subs, monies, likes, or views. This is about awareness. That's it. Awareness is like being clean. It's for free. You don't have to pay to be clean. Look in Vietnam, they ain't got no soap, no water. They use a leaf to sweep, but they get the dirt out. Oh, man. Anyways, guys, yes, I do believe that it was very constructive for police on the cuff to have went on and said what they needed to say about due process and the way that things work judiciously. These things are so fragile. They're so fragile. These cases sometimes are built on whispers, right? They're just standing on two legs, right? And as soon as you kick one out, the thing, it just topples over, right? So please, guys, please don't send no tips nowhere except to the jurisdiction in charge, right? This is the other thing. Let me bring this into focus. People, if you think TBI has dropped the ball, and I don't mean us here in here, but the other people out there, if you feel like TBI's dropped the ball, why the fuck you keep sending them tips? Call the other acronym. It starts with an F. FBI. Call them. They're involved. If you feel like TBI's fucking this off, if they drop the handoff, call the feds. Hit that like button, please. All of y'all. John Kelly's cool, right? John Kelly has, he's got a story, right? John Kelly's been on both sides too. He's an ex-drug user in recovery, and he found his passion after drugs, and now look at him, right? He's doing the thing, right? John Kelly's pretty solid, but he also has put on a part 3 or 4 series on Summer Wells that has just been a bunch of him kind of saying, hey, no offense, but fuck you, right? It's kind of that like, well, if I preface it with a no offense type phrase in the beginning, I can follow that with any fucking thing I want. So, yes, guys, you've got options. The options you have are actual options. I myself, if I had a tip, I wouldn't waste my time even looking for TBI's number, and I already know it. It's 1-800 TBI find. I'm not calling that number. I'm not calling that. Now, I want to just say one more thing before I close. Can you imagine if this was, if the time restraints were just phenomenally pressure filled? How long do you think it might take to relay a message to police on the cuff, and then wait till they get it, and then wait till they look at it, and then wait till they all get together, the 3 or 4 of them, and then make a decision on what they're going to do, and then I don't know what the fuck they do after that. But if someone online wants you to send them leads instead of the real police, that means they intend on standing in between the justice. Could it be they want to usher the tip in for the money? I couldn't say. One could contend that, because I'm telling you now, please, for no fucking reason, don't bring me a fucking tip about nothing. Pansy, thank you. Listen here, I don't even want to know what the fuck my neighbor does 13 feet away behind his brick wall. I don't want to know. I certainly don't want to know anything about this shit. Not on that level. I don't want to know shit about it. Nothing. I'll cover it, but I don't want to have firsthand knowledge of it. That's just the way it is, right? And if you look at everyone else that says, send me tips, don't send me no money unless you know how and you ask real nice. Don't send no money and don't send any tips. Not my way. Yeah. We're going to have a private talk about Mr. Buchanan. He would definitely be one of the people that would fall underneath of what we're trying to do with this bill once we get it going. And we understand it's going to be a long, hard fucking fight. Don B is high on an ego high. At least an ego high, at the very least. Intel. If you would like, email me, Altitude Films, not with an S, with a Z, Altitude Films, FILMZ. Yes, Juanita does have a solicitor now, and it's, we did some great work on Juanita. She took her channel down. That's just, that was a win, right? Yeah, my own girl's out of control. Don B is loving it because I don't think that there's probably, he gets, 10 to 16,000 views a video. There ain't that many people where he lives at, so he's loving it. It's like a music festival every day he comes on. DB is losing control and is so condescending at the first time. Okay, now he's spreading. Yeah, he is. No worry, Pansy. Yeah, he already lives south, so to go any further south than where he's at now is just going to put himself on an island. No, lean on me. Post your link in the comments. Hey, KK Black Swan. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, Queen. Face crack. Lean on me. Put your link in a comment in the actual physical comments, not the live chat here, and we'll all check it out. But Don Butt Cannon, Milkgate. Yeah, it's a very high horse. It's like 12 hands high. Isn't it how they measure horses with hands? I know like 8 or 9 is a big horse, right? So he's riding a 13-hander. They just called the Steve Wilkos show. Fuck. Hey, Carla. Hey, Amy. Yeah, does anybody not know who the fuck Steve Wilkos is? He's the ex-Chicago cop that, I don't know, did he lose his job because of the bullshit he did on Jerry Springer? But he was Jerry Springer's fucking taller, uglier stunt double. Oh, yeah, if he falls off, it's going to be straight on the top of his head. Intel. I love Aussie. Tell her, well, she knows. She knows. Troll her with all 10 of my accounts. Well, I've got 7 and I'll stop there. Why the pluck would anyone call Steve Wilkos? You can get polys at state police station. You can go online and get one for, I don't know, $300 to $500 from an independent. Just like, I mean, the same place that defense attorneys go to, right? I mean, you could probably find someone that's going to charge you a couple of $1,000s, but on a consumer level, they're not that expensive. They just charge a couple $1,000s to, administer the test, have their equipment, and also, interpret the output, which is the results. Output equals results. Yeah, you're savage as fuck. Yeah, we love you, Lizzie. I heard she said she wanted to, but why? Don already admitted. Yeah, and you know what? There again, even Don saying that he did it publicly, I don't know how much weight that actually holds, right? Because if he said that he admitted it on a channel that prefaces their episode with "this is for entertainment purposes," then I could come on here and say just about anything I wanted to, and it was covered with the pretext that it's for entertainment purposes only. So I would venture to say that because the terms of service are that it's for entertainment purposes, that would probably be thrown out immediately. So, that's not to, I'm not trying to diminish anything or take anything away from his sister. But what I am going to do is give everyone here through this thing a quick lesson on how the fuck the law really works, right? Chris M. would never tell anyone that what we're saying and doing over here is right, because if everyone starts listening to what we have to say, they won't listen to what he has to say anymore, right? So, yeah, man. It's just what that is. Yeah, these people, you know what? Listen, man, if they can trick a suspect into saying that he did some shit that he didn't actually do, man, you can trick a fucking YouTuber into anything, right? Like, come on, man. If you will lie as a police officer and get caught on tape lying, you'll tell me anything. And you don't even have no vested interest in trying to throw me the fuck away. Anyways, guys, Um, I am feeling a little, my stomach's a little upset. And I'm just out of that 20-minute range there, 15-minute range. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have some water and just kind of lay down for a minute and get my thoughts together, put some notes together. And then we will be scheduling a live for tonight. It'll just be a multi-purpose live. We will just talk about a lot of different things, but all, of course, pertaining to summer. So I also, guys, will be putting together some members only content. Again, like I said, I just want to reiterate real quick that the reason why we haven't done any members only content specific to this case is because so much of what we need to say needs to be heard by everyone. The people that I would limit it to by making it members only, you guys already know all that shit. So, unfortunately, this time on this case, a lot of the stuff that we would be talking about privately, you guys are being forced to share with the rest of the idiots. So, yes, thank you so much, Sylvia. Yeah, I'm not feeling terrible. I don't know if you guys can see. My wife keeps this house cold. I've got just a little bit of a sweat going, and my stomach's a little upset. So I'm going to take an hour or so, and I will make a community post so everyone kind of knows what's going on. And I'm also going to talk to Cher and see what they got shaking. And we will be right back with all of you guys. Remember, I love you guys all individually. And remember, the absence of evidence is not what? The evidence of absence. Fuck you mean.